Okay, Mike. Okay, Mike. I would like to talk a little bit about the space plan blocks. Um,
Do you
I've
want to
been
share your screen? So, or do you want to show any of this stuff?
well. I mean, it's no. You can draw a space plan block there. I'm just used to,
Okay.
and I'll tell you the problem.
All
Okay,
right.
since
So
since you're
tools, toolbar. I think it's under toolbar, and I pick
yeah
space planning.
yeah space plan yeah,
Okay.
and
Switch to.
just put it up on your tube. There you go. All right. And just take a bedroom, for instance. Pull down a bedroom.
Okay. There's.
Okay. It's going to come in 12 by 12. Okay. Now,
How do we? I want to dimension that because I'm curious. 12 by which way?
it's 12 foot inside.
So like this right here.
Yep. Okay. Now, any builder knows, or most architects should know this, never make a bedroom 12 foot inside, because that means you've got to buy 14-foot lumber to span it. So you're cutting away, you know, that's wasted material. That's
Yeah.
wasted
So you're
money.
making like 12'7", whichever direction you go with your
Yeah, no
joist.
matter which way you go. Yeah.
You're throwing away 1'5" of joist on each joist.
And I've been using space plan, not Chief Space Plan, back when AutoCAD first started. I made space plan blocks, okay? Because
Bubble
uh,
diagram stuff. Yeah.
yeah, putting stuff together. Because I used to work off of a 4-foot grid on the drawing board sheet, and I did everything with the felt tip pen. So I made all of my room sizes dimensional sizes for lumber. And so the problem with this is you can't, the only way to get this, there's no default anywhere where you can preset your room sizes, because most builders, and like myself, when I'm designing plans, I have certain size rooms that I use all the time in all of my plans. And I like to start with that size. Then I can tweak it if I have to, but at least I'm starting out with that size room, where it's a bedroom or living room, a bathroom, or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm excited about the space plan blocks for what they've done, because now we can do a 45, we can do a curve, we can do a lot of things with it, but you cannot change the size of it unless you go in there and pick it and stretch it. Well, if I'm going to do that, I might as well just have a polyline solid, with the dimensions of my polyline solid, and have a little square block at the top of it that's 3.5 inches and 5.5 inches. And then I can put those blocks together. I can make a block of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I can bring it into my plan, set it on the configuration I'm doing. And then if I need to edit, I can explode it. But if I don't need to edit, all I need to do is just draw a wall over the top of it, and bingo, I've got it. Okay. And that's
Yeah.
much faster than this space plan block that they have here. And you having to stretch it and move it and everything.
Yeah. You see what I'm doing right there
Yeah.
is I'm in my mind doing the math of adding 7 inches
Yeah.
to get a
It should
16
be
footer.
15.5. Yeah. 15.5 or 11.5 or uh,
Yeah, it's
17.5,
an odd
whatever.
number on the feet and then 5 inches on the inch. So
Yeah.
that would make it be solid. That'd be exactly like this one's a 16 foot this way or a 14 foot this way.
Yeah. And so you have no waste.
So now there's no way I can save this bedroom.
Well, you can hit the thing to build a wall out of it, but
I want to
yeah,
be able to right click and tell it to save this.
you can save a block. Yeah.
I want to save that. Well, there's something. Okay, hold on. What else did you want in here? Like you said,
Well, I would like for them to have it where users can set a default, just like all of the other defaults that we have.
Yeah.
Let's have a default for the space plan blocks so we can manipulate it, save it in the child menu over here, the size that we want to use.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, trying to see if there was a way, maybe I have to block it if it lets me. It does not let me. So
No,
I was trying to think if there was a way to put this in your user library as
no.
this size, and it doesn't let you do that either. So because I don't use this a lot, I'm like, okay, I guess I could drag and move these walls, but it would be nice if they came in. Here's where I'd really like to see Chief go. Remember how we talked about this? It would be nice if the user could set the room up the way you want, but also it's going to look at this number and it's going to know the IRC and it'll know the joist span. So if you tell it, well, I'm going to go with 2x6s here, it'll immediately not let you because it's going to be conflicting with this number and the IRC.
Correct.
And then that way, you know, well, it wouldn't let me draw a 2x6, or as you drew it, it immediately said it put it to 2x8 because it knew it can't let you do 2x6. And that's prescriptive. That's data that doesn't change. That's in the code book.
Yeah. Well, it's like, when I used AutoCAD, I had list routines that would draw this space plan block, okay? And I had it where you have outlets. It would automatically, when I drew that block, it automatically put the electrical in there on the correct layer.
Mm-hmm.
And any wall that went past 12 feet, it immediately put two outlets on it. It would cut that wall there, find the center, and then a third, put a third and third, and then if the wall was like 20 something foot, then it would go in there and put additional outlets in there. So
I can't put a door in here right now. I mean, I guess I have to build the wall.
You can't put a door. It has to be a wall first.
So this is just a customized polyline, really. All this is.
And see, measure that width of that wall right there. See what it measures.
It doesn't let me snap.
I know it, but just do you a little polyline over the top of it and then pick the polyline and find out what the dimension is.
7 inches.
Yeah.
That's a weird size.
Yeah.
Why would it be 7 inches?
I don't know.
Wouldn't there be like?
I guess they're trying to represent materials that's not even there yet. I don't know why.
Yeah, but you should, when you're coming in to do space planning,
you should be using framing size material.
Well,
only. No,
there should
rock,
be a configuration. If you know that your interior walls are going to be all 3.5, you should default that somewhere. And then your exterior walls, if they're 5.5, you should be able to default all this so that when you build this thing, it knows, hey, I'll make this 3.5, I'll make this 5.5, because it can tell once you've got an outer perimeter, it knows what's inside and outside.
Yeah, and then when you bump another room there, it puts the wall, it merges the walls together. You can bring a closet in. I mean, they've got some powerful deal here. Okay,
it's still 7 inches though.
That's not good.
Yeah, I'm gonna try something here.
Well, put another wall there and then hit the build and see what it turns out to be.
Another wall where? Oh, look, now it's skinny.
Yeah.
As soon as I unchecked all that, it's skinny. So yeah, let's build the house. Okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, I like
that's
the function.
Cool. Yeah, that's good. But if they would have it where we could edit and set the defaults, man, that would be a win-win.
Yep.
I mean,
it's just extra fast.
Yeah.
So the other thing I remember you saying was you wanted to have, how do I get out of this? Let me change this to extended tools. You said what you would like is, let's say you're coming in from outside. A couple things would be, I know there's a setting in the door to make it go so far off the wall, and you liked 5 inches.
I like 5 inches.
And then the other thing was you wanted it to automatically put a light switch, because
switch there.
Every single door should automatically have a light switch. Yeah. And then if you're not doing an electrical plan, you can always hide the electrical layer, but it should be right there every
Yeah,
time you drop a door.
it should be 6 inch off that door.
And I like that because even like a sliding door, barn door, any of those, the
Yeah,
side that you open, there should be a switch right there because as soon as you open it and come in, you want the light switch.
yeah.
So
Well,
that's
and
another good suggestion.
the other thing they could do, and I mean, this is all programmable. I mean, you can do it. If I could do it in Lisp routines, um, it can be done in Ruby, okay, or whatever program they are writing Chief in.
Yep.
To put that switch there, okay, now you have a room, and most every room has a light fixture in the center of the room, or it might be a fan, but it's something in that center of that room, okay?
Yep.
Well, they can program that to actually put that light fixture there, okay? And by having the switch and the light there, they can program the thing. I had it in AutoCAD in Lisp
Oh
that
man, you'd be
it puts that switch. It does the wiring right to the light. It gives a offset of 8 inches on the arc going across there. You don't have it where it's just jumping so far out.
yeah.
You
You've
pre-program.
just come up with a whole new X17 update
Yeah.
because
And you know what
what'll
else you could
happen?
do, Mike? You know what else they could do? That light fixture there, you could, because I had it, you could click on that light fixture and it would drop down a menu right there, and you could pick a ceiling light, a
Yep.
hanging light,
So
a fan and light,
when you step
or
back, that what you're doing is you're creating the electrical plan automatically
yeah.
so that
And
you
the
don't.
other thing, listen, the other thing that I had on my blocks, okay, when that block came in there, it automatically already had a dimension horizontally and vertically going across that room. And it was all, I had it offset 16 inches from the center, okay? So it went immediately across there, and because it was out of the way of the light fixture. And so it put those two dimensions in there already, on the proper layer, proper line weight, on the dimension plan. So all of that's programmable. It doesn't take that long to write that.
Yep. Yeah.
And hey, and talking about that, this is some of the things that I've pointed out to Nathan. Okay, when we started building the Medic trust program for drawing houses,
It's
I've
SketchUp.
helped him with
Yeah.
that, give him all these ideas, and he's got it. He's one man programmer, and he builds the roof properly. Okay, all we do is make a face right there, and it will do that whole roof and all the rafters. It'll give the length of all the rafters and all the cuts. You've seen it. You've
Yeah.
seen.
I'm kind of excited about the fact that all this is so possible that
It
all we
is.
got to do is we got to remind Chief, hey, it's doable and it's valuable. It's valuable to them because the more that they can do when people are
Automatic,
looking for software, then it's just money in their pocket.
sure it is, and that's what I've been trying to tell them. Hey, I'm not trying to criticize their program. I love their program, but there's so many things that they could do that doesn't take that long, and builders, a builder needs this kind of information, or especially builders that have their own in-house architectural firm, uh, or design build companies. This is very important. Just what I just got through saying.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they don't jump on the bandwagon and do this, because it would just make their program so much better. They could be the number one.
I need so here's how I would when you talked about this, it was pretty cool. So the door would be a certain distance off for wider casing automatically always. And then your switch would run to the top for it'd be two switches, one to turn the fan on and off in case they put a fan, and one for a light, and it's just automatically in the center of the room.
Yep.
But it's on its own electrical layer, which could be turned off. So you never see it until you need it. So like when you go to the electrical plan, you turn on the electrical, all this stuff's done. And then you could be like, oh, well, this room's big enough to go with two. So we'll make two, we'll connect them.
Well, and here's the thing, Mike. When you put those two dimensions in there, you can have those turned off until you need them. But when you do that, they're hinged to that inside wall. Okay. Now you can, when you put the next wall there, you've got a dimension there, and you can move that dimension anywhere you want to. And when you move the wall, the dimension is hinged to the wall. So you move it, it's going to get bigger or smaller.
Yep.
But you didn't really have to go through and do interior dimension line across the room. It's already there, no matter what size it is. It could be a closet. It could be a closet, and you still have the dimensions.
So here's one of the things that I don't know how hard this is to fix, but every time that I have to go, like, let's say I call this a garage instead of a kitchen. Whatever door that I have chosen for my exterior entry door, if I go from the garage to the house, it puts the same style of door, and it should know that a garage was going to be a slab. It's going to be an airtight, self-closing slab. I guarantee you, I'm just going to see if they've changed this or not. I shouldn't say I guarantee, because I don't know.
No, it's going to be the same door probably.
It'll be some fancy, here it is. There's that door.
There it is.
You're never going to have this in a garage.
No.
So that's another bit of intelligence that they need to put into the software. It's been that way as long as I know. And so I have to come in and change this manually to slab. And it needs to just know, hey, I'm connecting garage to house slab. Should be always.
And it always, the garage should have 5/8 sheetrock.
Yep. That's another thing.
House, another fire rated sheetrock separating the house from the garage.
Yeah. So we go to the wall types, and they should actually have that because that's a code thing. That's a IRC code thing on fire separation. But you end up, everybody makes their own. They'll do, usually it's not the outside walls, but interior will be 4 or 5. I think they got fire in here somewhere. There it is, fire 4. And we'll just see what it says. Yeah, 5/8. And it's red. That's how I like it, so I can see which side it's on. But it should be letting you know, as soon as you identify a garage, they should do something to this wall and say, hey, you need to think about this wall.
Well, I mean, it's a simple way of doing it. I mean, as soon as that room is defined as a garage, they should have an if statement in their program that says, if it turns into a garage, that connecting wall changes to a fire rated wall. That's an if statement. You could write that into the code.
Okay. And a lot of times there's a couple little quirks. I don't know if you've seen them, but like if I wanted to make this wall, not this wall, let me pick a different one because it's on a corner, so it's probably going to work perfect. But when I go to make a wall from 2x4 to 2x6, and I highlight it, I got to turn these layers thickness off. The little red thing, that should be the side of the wall that moves. So I'll go, okay, I'm going to change that wall. It's all selected. It should grow 2 inches upwards. And let me think, how do I do this?
It doesn't necessarily do that.
I go open object, and I change it to interior 6. And I want you to watch. The little red square was on the top, and I hit OK, and it went to the bottom grew.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to
take it the opposite direction.
Yeah. So that part kind of bugs me, because there's times where now I got to move the wall 2 inches away, because it should have went, like, for example, if you need a plumbing wall and you got a tight spot and there's a toilet, and it should bump into the toilet and go, oh, we can't go that way, so let's go the other way. There's got to be a way when you're resizing, open object. I'm going to take this back to
that you could pick which side it's going.
Yeah, because it's just.
Well, here's something else you can do, Mike. just like that wall, just double click on that wall.
Mhm.
Okay. Double click on it. And structure, go click on structure and add the, well, let's see, where is it? I think no, go to wall type. I think it's, let's see, where have I been changing that? I've been double clicking on that and changing the I just add 2 inches to it. Yeah, there it is. Go to the thickness right there and put plus, no. Just put +2, +2. And it's going to change your wall.
Yeah, that's fine. And it kicked it down again, and that's not what I
Yeah.
wanted. And what's bad about that is it's no longer an interior 6. It's now a custom interior 6. You've created a new
Yeah,
subset.
I know it. If you do that plus deal, you're creating a new wall.
Yeah, and so I like to just minimize that if I can. I know it's more steps, but these are some of the things that I know some people are going to say, "Oh, that's so picky. Why can't you just do this or that or do the workaround?" Every little thing we're talking about shaves time off of
Hey,
your project.
Mike,
Yeah.
hit pause just for a second. I've got to go somewhere. Just a minute.
Okay.